Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Connect Now. I am JR.
And I'm Monica.
And we have a very special episode. That's why when it's just Monica and myself, we like these chairs, huh?
Yeah, I think he just likes different sceneries and different,
Sceneries.
Stage mock-ups.
Yeah, I like to change it up a little bit because I know you guys see us sometimes. We're on the table, we have multiple guests, and when it's just her and I feel like let's just have a conversation in the living room.
Yeah, it's more casual, I guess.
But no, we want to address this. Thank you guys so much for always taking the support of Let's Connect Now. We really appreciate it. We are growing. You know, our numbers are growing, and we make sure that we do as much as we can on Facebook page. That is our primary location. It's the Facebook page.
Yeah.
YouTube, for me, yes, it's for those that don't have Facebook. You can watch the episode on YouTube, but it's more of our archive page. So if you want to see our numbers, our analytics, and you really want to dive in, Facebook is where we promote a lot of our stuff.
Yes, a lot of people do ask us that, where can we watch you guys? And, and I think our Facebook page is the ideal.
Yes,
for
it's ideal.
This kind of show.
Yeah, for this kind of show, what we're doing and stuff, because it has a lot of things that we're able to utilize and stuff. So,
yeah, and just in case people didn't know, our reach is the San Gabriel Valley, so we do it within a certain radius, correct?
Yes. Our reach is the San Gabriel Valley. We are doing making sure because we want to bring on a lot of guests, a lot of local guests, a lot of local influencers, and we know a lot of the stuff they're doing is here locally. So the San Gabriel Valley, and of course LA and Inland Empire, but we're focusing on the San Gabriel Valley for those storefronts that we do promote a lot because we do have some sponsors.
Yes, we definitely do. We're very grateful, and you know what? We just acquired a new sponsor, but we're not going to mention them yet because we're still working on it, but it's someone local.
Yes.
And we're super excited about it and really appreciate them. And of course, our existing sponsors, Med Spa Deluxe LA, Prospectors, Federal Credit Union, located here in West Covina and in the city of Diamond Bar.
Yes, and then also we have No Chance Foundation, Black Widow Investigations, but we also have Chicano Hollywood. Some people might be asking, what is Chicano Hollywood?
A lot of people ask you that. Like,
yes.
What is Chicano Hollywood?
Well, Chicano Hollywood, look, we're going to be doing a lot of things with them, so you're going to be seeing it a lot coming up because we are big on wanting to get Latinos into the film industry. We get asked so much, do we have any resources for film, for actors? And, a lot of the times people don't know where to search. So we're connecting with Chicano Hollywood to give you that information, and we'll have more information.
And actually, our shows, some of our shows are going to be featured there on their, what is it?
On Roku.
On Roku.
Yeah, if you want to watch some of the stuff that they have, you could download the app on Roku. It's Chicano Hollywood app. There's a lot of movies, shows, short films, a lot of things that if it was written by a Chicano's acting in it, directing it, whatever.
Yeah.
It's on Chicano Hollywood.
And let's not forget our friends that do a lot in the community, support so many different communities in the San Gabriel Valley, suburban water systems.
Yes.
Thank you so much for believing in what we're doing and for your sponsorship. Really appreciate you. So make sure you guys follow them. All of our sponsors on Instagram. Some do have Facebook as well. And see what awesome things they're doing in the community. So
yes, a lot of people are doing, and that's what we feature is a lot of people. And I'm wearing our new shirts. Vibe with Nikki. Thank you so much, Nikki. I'm wearing our new shirt.
And our tumblers.
And our tumblers. Yes, she really takes care of us. You guys go to Vibe with Nikki on Instagram, and she does a lot of custom stuff for you guys. Go to her page, and you guys will see all the exciting things that she does.
Let's not forget.
Who? Let's not forget who.
You tend to forget a lot of things.
Who?
So I'm going to remind you. Thank you so much to Carlos Fuentes?
Yeah, Carlos Puentes.
Yeah, Puentes for sharing all of our stuff on his Instagram at
SGV.now.
Yes, SGV.now. Thank you so much. We do have specials on those billboards, so make sure you guys are asking. If you're looking to advertise off the 10 freeway, make sure you guys ask us, and we'll refer you to Carlos, and he will give you a GWC discount.
Yes,
That's
right. Yes,
nice.
yes. Actually, you just reminded me. I'm just calling him back right now. Oh man, shoot, I'm in trouble. Carlos, love you, man. Call you right after.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Hey everyone, this is Danielle with Prospectors Federal Credit Union. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Just wanted to let you know that Prospectors, we offer a variety of products and stuff for all ages and all types of areas that you might need banking. We're really focused on our youth, as I have mentioned many times in the past. Just celebrated our Youth Month for April, but we're still focused for those kids. We offer checking, savings, equity lines, credit cards at low rates. We can also do auto loans, new and used. And for some of those businesses out there that are sole proprietors or DBA, meaning you are using your social instead of a tax ID number for the business, we can help in that area as well. You can actually locate us at either West Covina, right there off of Lakes, or in Diamond Bar. You can reach us directly at 909-396-9688. And if you want to reach me directly, you can get my extension at 2240. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.
Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you own a business, DM us if you want to come on our show. If you have product that you want us to talk about, if you're a brand new business, send us a DM. We would love to showcase you here in our show. We have a lot of things coming up in the next few months, so make sure you guys are looking at our promos on Instagram. And thank you so much for watching every Tuesday night on Facebook and YouTube.
But this is another month of Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes, it's
right?
Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
And it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's also Father's Day month this month. So
and it's also Pride Month. You know,
Pride Month.
A lot of different communities are conducting different events for Pride Month. So
yes, but we're going to focus this episode on the mental health because we know that a lot of people. Even last month, we brought on two very special guests of ours from Mesbah Deluxe LA, Guyana and Sarah. And, they talked a lot about mental health and stuff. And
I think I shared a few things about,
A few?
Well.
You got to watch the episode, guys. She really was transparent.
Hey, I feel no shame. It is
no,
what
it's not
it is,
shameful.
And that's my reality. And I think a lot of people live with my reality as well as Guyana's reality. And there's no shame. So
no, it's not. Yeah.
So these are important things. I think our mental health, especially nowadays, should be our priority versus anything else. Because we can be, the president of the United States. Trust me, there's still a lot of stress, in our lives, and just our daily lives, can affect us, and some, negatively, some, could be a positive, but not a good positive, know. So we have to learn to manage, and finding ways to do that. I think it's one of the most important things. So, and one thing that we did say and we talked about is the stigma of mental health. You know, how some people are not willing to share because they're embarrassed.
Yeah,
or people mock you, or they think you're crazy or whatever, which is not true.
Well, with the men, with the man situation is, I believe a lot of times we don't, people will ask us, our spouses or our good friends, or even someone like yourself will ask, and say, hey, how you doing? And the men's typical answer is, I'm good. I'm good. And that's what we do. We brush it off, I'm good. But down deep inside, we could be going through some very serious issues, because I don't know, as a man, and growing up, a young man growing up and stuff, not really having that father figure, I had to learn a lot of the stuff on my own, learn the things of the do's and the not to do's, and thank God I had a good head on my shoulders to where I was in that place of, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
You also shared a couple of things with me. I'm sure that you had, some family, members that were mentors to you, and I think guided you through some things. But and I don't know, I'm just going to say it, but I know that, you were disappointed a little bit, when they were not in your life any longer. So I think that kind of affected you in a sense.
Well, yeah, when people, exactly, but yes, I think the place where I found a lot more peace is, I don't mean to get spiritual or anything, but it was when I started going to church.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
I started going to church, and when I got into church, it gave me balance. Because before that, I was in the 90s. The 90s growing up, where it was a crazy era where people, especially Latinos and Chicanos and stuff, were getting in trouble. It was the 90s was the peak of the gangs, the peak of party crews back in the day, and a lot of things happening. And it was easy to get sucked into those things. And church actually helped bring that balance to where it made me want to be something in life, and it's crazy because it's as I did one therapy class.
It's okay to talk about it.
Well, I did it on my other show. I did because my brother passed away, and I did it, and
I think that brought a lot of like, I don't know, you talking to that therapist. It really, I think it helped you a lot because he put
made me
some
see
things
things,
in
yes.
perspective, that you probably, sometimes we're not aware of our surroundings or the things that we are doing and why we're doing them. And so when somebody actually has a conversation with you and points it out, you're like, you're right, like, why did I do that? And I think you were super excited afterwards.
yeah, no, I loved it because he caught me not wanting to talk, like avoiding. I was trying to detour, and he knew it. And because, like I said, men, sometimes we don't want to show our vulnerability. We don't want to show that we're weak. I was taught that too growing up. That you get back up. You fall, you get back up, you dust yourself off, and you keep going. That's the men. That's the way we were raised, and to be able to be vulnerable was very hard for me.
I could see that. But at the same time, now as an adult, I think your perspective, on life and on the different things that you've been through, I think you have a better vision of of what therapy looks like. Because some of us, that never. Well, I've been to therapy and I'm still going through therapy, but some of us that don't get therapy, we fear it. Like we're like, oh my God, I'm not going to do that. What is that going to do? Like if I can't figure it out, how is he going to figure it out for me? But it's not about that. It's just learning to cope,
Yeah.
Learning to knowing that it's normal, that you're not the only one, that you're not alone, that there's, millions of people going through the same thing that you are, or that men go through, or women, we're not alone. And that's why, I didn't feel any shame, JR, when I was, when I was sharing about myself. I feel no shame. That is my life. That's who I am. And it's relieving. It's almost like, I don't know, sometimes when people ask us like, how you doing or whatever, we want to do like, because we can't talk to everybody.
No, you can't reveal it.
And you can't share, with everybody, oh, yeah, I'm currently going through this or whatever, because it's just not the way it goes. You can't do that because then you kind of become like, what? People are like, wait a minute, did I just ask the wrong question?
Yeah. Then they'll be like, don't ask Monica how she's doing because all of a sudden she's just going to let it all out.
Yeah, no. And I am very reserved, when it comes to, some of the things that I share with certain people. And I think it's normal. I think we're all that way. But I think for you, all the things that you share with, on that episode with with that therapist, I don't think he's your therapist, but you liked it.
No, I really enjoyed it and stuff because, mental health, as I'm getting older, you're right. It's weird, guys. As we get older, we get, like, movies are starting to touch me. I'm like, oh. Like,
and it's not that you're a different person.
And my hormones are changing or something.
It's not that you're different either. You've always been this person that is sensitive, but something happens to us as we get older. I think the vision of life becomes a lot more real. You know, like where before when we're young, I can honestly tell you, when I was in my 30s, I don't remember ever feeling tired or feeling like, oh my God, you know, I have time to sit around and cry, you know, because I didn't, you know. And now as an adult, I think, as a mature woman, you know, I feel like things just seem so real to me, you know. And I'm like you, I cry with certain scenes in movies or certain things. I don't know why, but I do. And but I still don't cry in front of people. I think that's very difficult for me, and I think
Yeah,
it
it's
is
difficult
for
for me
you.
too. Yes.
I don't know why I don't do that. I just don't.
Well, for like, you know, crying, I think, you know, I've never really cried, you know, and stuff. But then when my grandma passed away, it broke me a little bit. And then when my brother passed away, it just really, it broke me. So I think it took something to really break me, because what you said earlier, you said something, you know, it's the things in the past of the reason why it made me shut. And I feel that the thing that has made me, maybe a lot of guys out there, shut down and not be really open, is because along our journey in becoming who we want to become, there's a lot of letdowns. A lot of people have let us down. A lot of people say they're going to be there for us. A lot of people say they're going to do things for us. And that could even go into the businesses that we're in today. You know, people committing or saying they're going to commit and do this and that, and you get your hopes up. And then you think like, okay, now everything's in plan, and it's in motion. And then boom, it's not. So a lot of those letdowns become a guard to where now I don't know, I thought maybe I was a little more skeptical. Like, I'm not going to open up too much to you. Because I got to see, you know, now I started hearing methods or people saying, you know, it's not real until the money's in the bank. You know what I mean? Like, the project ain't going to happen until the money is in the bank, then you move forward. You know, and that's just things, because, you know, I got to see it now before I believe it. And before, I used to just believe it, and then you see it, you know, and I started getting the reverse. I want to see it, and then, oh, okay, it's going to happen. Oh, all right, okay, I believe it now. And I was happy because of a lot of the letdowns. And that could go, because we're reading a great book right now.
Yeah.
And it talked about our subconscious, you know, and the chapters I was in right now, it was saying that as babies, as kids, we didn't care about how we looked. We didn't care about what people thought, how we speak. We would just do things as kids, but society begins to start putting those limitations on us of, oh, that's dumb, that's stupid, oh, you look ugly. And so we start putting those limits.
Harsh. Yes.
And subconsciously, we start to develop our way of who we're surrounding ourselves with. And that's where it brings into adulthood and everything else. And we keep, because subconsciously, I don't know, it's pretty interesting, the book that we're reading right now.
Yeah, we're sponges until the age of 5. You know, we absorb everything around us, even the things that we're not, you know, we're looking at everybody, you know, we're just like, we're absorbing everything. And even though we don't acknowledge it because we don't know what it is, you know, it still stays within us, you know. I've talked to some people that say they still remember kindergarten, you know, even guys like in therapy, you know, when we did group therapy, they say, yeah, I remember when I was in kindergarten, this or whatever. I do not remember kindergarten. I mean, for the life of me, I don't remember. I think the most I remember was when I was like maybe 7 or 8 years old.
Yeah, I remember some elementary stuff, but I don't even remember the grade. I just remember being there. That's about it.
You know, so I don't know, you know, how much of that is true. Maybe some of you do remember, you know, when you were 5. I don't know. Maybe my brain just doesn't work as well anymore, and I'm forgetting a lot of things. But yeah, I don't know how far, you know, humans go, but I think one of the things that we do remember a lot is our traumas. You know, whether small or big, or, you know, some people, you know, still carry the, if they were bullied in school and all that, you know, they shape you. They shape who you become.
That's right.
And, you know, if some people are lucky that they have parents that are very understanding and they can help you brush that off. But a lot of us don't, because we didn't run to our parents to tell them, hey, you know, so-and-so is doing this. My kids did. And then I had a job to do, you know.
No, my girls do. They run to their mom.
Yeah, but we didn't, you know. I don't know if you did, but I know I didn't. You know, I didn't cry to daddy all the time, you know, about, hey, you know, this and
No,
that
I
or
didn't.
whatever.
I had to take care of it as a man, as a young man. I had to take care of it.
They shape you, but some people learn, you know, early in life that, you know, that just because someone's saying something about you or whatever, it's not true. And I've been seeing more and more like articles on, you know, children. I think the latest one was a 10-year-old little boy who was bullied so severely that he ended up committing suicide. And wow, nothing saddens me more than that. So I just always wonder, like, you know, what kind of help, you know, he got. But even if he had understanding parents, you know, some kids can be brutal.
Yeah.
And I think we carry that to our adulthood sometimes, and it's always in the back of our heads, even if we feel confident in what we're doing. You know, and after all the conversations that I have with you, you know, kind of getting to know you, I don't know if you ever got bullied or you were the bullier. You know,
That's the pass.
you know, we tend to understand more. So I think, you know, I don't know. It's just a weird cycle of life.
Growing up, I wasn't the bully, nor was I bullied.
Well, good for you.
I was the rescuer.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
I was always a young man. Don't get me wrong, I did hang out with the bad crowd and stuff. But even when I hung out with the bad crowd, I was the person of reason. You know, when Facebook started coming about, I completely, you know, I forgot about her, and so I don't remember the situation, but she said that she was new to the school. It was elementary, and she wrote a whole thing to me on Facebook, and she said she was new to the school, and all the girls were surrounding her and making fun of her, pushing her, because she couldn't really speak English. And she said that
That's probably me. I'm just kidding.
Monica Ferris? No, I know her name. I know her first name. But she said that I went through all the girls, stood in front of her and said, if you guys got a problem, you could deal with me. I don't remember that. But she said I did it, and I grabbed her hand, and I walked her away from everybody. And I told her, if you need anything, you let me know.
Did she understand you?
Yeah, she understood me. Because she could understand English. She just was broken English, you know, and stuff. And to hear that, I do not remember that. But that's just one situation I know of. I've done it with other people. As I started to, like, remember, I would stick up for people. You know, when there was, I went to Los Altos High School, and there was a shooting there. And one of my friends it was the first shooting in Los Altos High School. And the next day, people were picking on a certain ethnicity, and I stood up for them in a way, because I was like, I felt bad. In a way, I did. I felt really bad, because it wasn't them, you know, it was some other people. And I was like, hey man, why are you so it was me again, being that reason person, like, stop, what you know, and just always reasoning with people. And I just think God gave me maybe the gift of gab, you know, talk my way out of it.
Even this morning on the way over here, we're talking about, you know, the book that we're reading, and then I pointed out to you, and I don't know if you agreed or disagreed. I don't remember. God, I don't remember. But it was, and I make mention of that you're like the fixer. I observed you this weekend when we were at a function, and you were trying to, you know, coach these little kids through certain things, and it was like oh my God, you know, but it takes a lot more than that. I mean, I'm sure that, you know, this little boy will remember some stuff, but I'm not sure, you know, if you're not consistent with it, how much, you know, they really absorb from conversations.
No, you're right. It's the consistency, you know, and this being Men's Health Month, and really thinking about my mental, wellness, it's important. It's what am I feeding myself? What am I, because I do, to be transparent. I mean, just be transparent. I mean, with men, for myself as a man, we go through, wanting to make sure that we are doing the right thing, making sure that we are, being accepted in what we're doing, because, we don't want to be failures, especially if we're married and have kids. I was told I'm the priest of my home. Am I providing? And if I'm not providing, and if I feel like I am in a slump, sometimes it could take that weight onto myself, or as a man, of I'm not being that provider for my family at the moment, because I've been taught, and I haven't even been taught. We compare ourselves to other people that are in our circle that are doing well, and then you evaluate yourself, and then you start weighing things out, and you're just like, the lies could start seeping into your head.
Of course, and that's always the enemy attacking us. When we're at our lowest moments, and it's normal. So this weekend, my husband lost his mom, and lovely lady, wonderful mother-in-law, but she had a disease, and then she just passed, and I'm not used to seeing my husband crying, and it felt really weird to me to see. I've seen him cry of like happiness, like tears, because he's happy or he's excited about something. Even when we got married, he cried, but he didn't cry like the way he cried when he woke up that morning, Sunday morning. And I was just laying there in the bed, and I honestly felt like I didn't know what to do. Because I felt like if I went up to him and hugged him, then he's not going to let it out the way he needs to let it out, so I wanted to give him that space, and I was feeling really bad because I'm like, why didn't I hug him? Wasn't I there? Would it have made him feel better? And it's not about making him feel better. He needs to go through the motions of, his sorrow for losing his mom. That's painful.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
And so I kind of just let him be. And then I think he felt better after when he came to say bye, because he was going to go over there and do some stuff. But I've seen him like break down, and I just give him that space, instead of trying to be there and baby him. Like afterwards, I'll give him a hug and be like, "Are you feel better?" Because he has to go through those. He has to go through the emotions, and you can't have people, I think it makes it really hard when you lose, a person that you love so much, and then you have all these people just around you trying to, cater to your feelings. They have to give you space. I'm a person that likes space, to just feel what I need to feel. And then, I'm able to then talk about it or if I choose to, but people have to give you that space, and they can't be like, well, why are you crying again? You can't do that, because then people shut down, and then you explode, because sometimes you just need to,
true.
And I think it's very important that we acknowledge that, and that we let people be. Sometimes, I don't like men crying, I don't know, maybe because I've never seen really my dad or, someone close to me cry. But I don't know. I just felt like I needed to just take a step back and let him go through the motions.
Well, when my brother passed away, that was the first time my daughters and my wife really see me broke. So they were like, whoa, they were shocked, because in their whole maybe marriage, my wife she's never seen me cry, and so for her and my children to see me cry, it was, but like what you said is, I don't like to be hold. Like if I'm going through the motion of the moment of remembering my brother or something, me personally, I don't like to, because I'm not doing it for sympathy. Or to say, oh, are you okay? I'm going through my moment.
Of course.
So I'm because as men, and I've learned this from somebody, is what happens is that we when something like this tragic happens, where you lose a loved one, we try to just bottle it in, but it hurts more, and it could give us more damage inside because we're holding that hurt. So it's better to go through it and go through it. And so when I go through it, because there was moments, where I was at the gym working out, song came on, and I'm literally doing the bench press, and all of a sudden I'm crying because my brother and I'm like, whoa, couldn't hold it for the life of me, couldn't hold it, but I'm like, and I had to, because it was just a moment that, and I say to myself, just let it pass, go through it, and I just sat there and took it as like I was resting, but I had to go through my moment.
Yeah, and I think that's okay to do that, because I've seen some family members lose a loved one, and it was it was a suicide, and I was expecting everybody to be broken down, like really, especially the husband, and I didn't see any of that. It was like, I don't know, it was a really weird thing, and to me, I feel like it could have a long-term effect in the future, because we have to grieve, and we have to let people have to understand, to give us that space. It's okay to be loved and to love somebody and know, but it's something that they're feeling, and you have to give them that privacy to do so. I didn't get a chance to get any of that, and for me, it really affected me as I got older. I blocked it from everything, and it was the worst thing that I could have ever done, and now I'm dealing with it, every day there's a reminder or there's something, and I'm still dealing with it, but I feel like at least I'm dealing with it, and I think for you, your brother's death was a tragedy, being so young and everything. It's like it's normal. You have to do it. You have to, because you feel better afterwards. It's almost like, I don't know, it's like a relief, that, and if we don't acknowledge those emotions, then, who are we?
No, it's true, because
nobody's going to think that you're macho, or that you're, oh yeah, his brother passed, and look at him, he's being so strong. You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that, and that's what happened is because before my brother passed, I was like that macho guy. Yeah, I'm doing this, and I'm focused, and this, and then when he passed, and this is all towards mental awareness, because when he passed, it knocked me off my high horse, and for a couple of years, I could not get back on track. I was in a slump. My wife, she didn't know what to do, so she let me be in my slump. It was the year end of COVID, and I just did what I wanted to do. Went on more of a partying binge with friends, guy friends, just hanging out and just doing our thing, and lost a lot of my disciplines. Basically, the focus that I had was out the window.
Because you didn't know how to deal with it, and you only did what you knew best, and the influences around you allow that, and so that's destructive behavior.
Yeah.
Because I saw you, I don't know, I think sometime in December, and then COVID happened. I didn't see you for a couple years, and then when I saw you, you were a completely different person. Even your demeanor was different, and I knew you had gone through some stuff, and I was looking at you, and I was seeing patterns of weird behaviors, but that's because that's all you knew. You didn't know, you didn't seek help, you were just doing whatever you wanted to do, but not realizing that it was you were technically destroying yourself because you no longer cared. And I
went back to almost the days before I had that balance with God, because because as we're talking, it's coming to me where I literally went back to where I wanted to, before I wanted to change, and that's when you met me, because I was the change JR. But when that happened, I reverted all the way back to where I was before I said I wanted to do something and be the businessman and all this stuff in my life and do all these things. I reverted all the way back. Like I went whoosh, all the way back. And because that was like, I guess what I knew, you know,
And
or whatever.
It was the influences around you too. I mean, because if they didn't do everything that you wanted to, I don't know. You just did. You did.
I went with the flow.
Yeah,
I just
you
went with the
did
flow.
what you thought you needed to do at that time. But I think you've come a long way, and I have to give you kudos for that, because once we started talking and we started this whole journey of you coming on board or whatever, you have taken this very serious, and I'm actually really proud of you. And I always say that, I had to learn to look past the person that I encounter with again the second time and really see like where your strengths were, and really started seeing you for who you were. I think I was trying to change you for a while. I was trying to be like, and I think I apologized to you and I said, I'm so sorry for trying to change you and be something that you're not. You're going to be who you are.
Yeah.
And we've both have learned to accept each other for who we are. And, as we've gotten to know each other really well, it's almost like you know me and I know you, but every day, like, I wanted to see something and I mean, something good in you, and really acknowledge that and let you know, hey, you know what? Wow. Wow. And it's like, you've come a long way.
Yeah, no, and you're right. And one of the things, I haven't, I mean, I did that one session of therapy because of my brother passing away. But from that one session, I learned so much. And the type of person that I am, and I know a lot of men out there are not this type of person, but it is who you surround yourself with. Mm-hmm. It is what you put into your mind. It is what you're watching, what you're listening to. I know we've heard it so many times. It's a cliche. You are who you hang with. It's so true, because as I began to started hanging out with more like the business world again that I've always wanted to aspire to. It felt like every year I was getting I don't know, I call it a mojo, but I was getting my like, it was coming back to me like, okay, cool. Okay, what am I doing? Okay, yes. And it's having the right people around you. The right people around you, motivating you, encouraging you, reading the right books, listening to the right things, and really speaking great affirmations into your life. Us as men, we got to stop kicking our own butts. The world is already doing it to us, so we need to encourage ourselves by saying, I look good today. Man, I feel strong. I feel healthy. I look good. You know what? I'm going to go today. I'm going to be positive. And I say those things when I wake up, because I don't want to be negative, and I don't want negative things coming into my life. Whether you believe in the Bible or you believe in the universe, you attract what you say and who you are. So I'm a big believer on being positive, because I want positive things to come my way. And those are one of the things. So as men, we have to say those positive things into our lives. And honestly, as men, we have to continue to always be growing and challenge ourselves to grow.
No, and that's good that you're saying all that, because you truly do that. I mean, I see it. I mean, your post, and but sometimes I would see some of the stuff that you would say, and then I don't see it in you. Like,
I'm
like,
having a bad day.
Imposter. You're an imposter.
I'm having a bad day. Okay.
You're an imposter. Like, why are you posting that? You don't even live by it.
Oh, wow.
But I could tell him that,
Yeah, she's saying that because I told her today, because she put a post, I bet my goal and my weight go. And I'm like, oh, wow. Oh.
Hey, I'm not being an imposter. It's the truth. Whether I eat or
Wait,
not.
you still calling me an imposter? Oh, my God. She's like, well, I'm not being an imposter.
No, but it's good to have that. But you really do. I like to acknowledge people, that because of the things that I see, and I see you every day, and then you live next door to me now, and it's like, okay, but you do, we're not perfect humans, we're very imperfect human beings, but it's the people who accept you for who you are.
Yes.
And really see like the good that you know, the good things that you bring to the table, I mean, that's good enough for me. Now, if I saw you doing things that were like destructive or whatever, I don't know if I would want to be around you. So you're right, it's who you surround yourself with. But a lot of people that know you and that you've come across when you would come around, they always thought that you were just like this cheery person, this really happy-go-lucky guy. And it's like, man, does he ever take anything serious? Because you have that personality, you know. And I was doubting it for a long time. You know,
I've known this woman for 15 years.
Yeah, he was in and out of my life, you know, here and there, because I never really like could trust that personality. And now I've adjusted to it. You know, I know he's gonna come in very, you know, high tone, and so I just, you know, I've learned to accept it and just, you know, and just see, you know, all the good things that you bring. And I think that if you weren't doing that, you know, even when you're having not such a great day, that's who you are. That's your personality, and I can't change that just because, you know, you're so intense. I've learned to deal with it, you know, and
I am intense. Mental health.
But it's okay, you know. I haven't yet, you know, suggested you should continue therapy. But you know, and sometimes I try to look for things like, is he hiding something? Is he like whatever? No, but that's who you are. That's definitely who you are. And like I said, I've learned to accept, you know, the person that you are, and you're not a bad person. You're just who you are, you know, and I think you're learning to accept, you know, me, sometimes I'm too serious. I don't know, that's what he says. Because I'm not going to be something that I'm not. It's, you know who I am when I'm not here at the, you know, GWC or doing Let's Connect Now. You know that I am funny, that I've acted in front of you.
I know. She could rap, guys. She could rap.
You know, and it's good to be yourself in front of the people that, you know, are truly your friends. And I consider you and your wife, you know, like really good friends of ours and dear friends, especially you more so than her, because I'm still getting to know her. But you know, and you're, you know, you're a good professional, and I know what you aspire to be, and it's never too late. You could be 50 years old and still aspire to be, you know, a great doctor. Hey, go for it, you know.
Ray Kroc started the first McDonald's chain after 50 years old. 50 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm not 50 yet, so I got time to own a McDonald's chain.
Hey, you know what? And I think one thing I have to acknowledge that you've taught me is you know, is not to be so quick to say no, like a lot of people, because it was a habit of mine to just like knock it, like no, or whatever. Now I have a better, you know, perspective. I'm more open-minded because you allow me to see like the other side. Because when you don't see the other side, it's hard to say yes to certain things because they sound crazy or they sound too bizarre, you know. But so yeah, I thank you for that. And no, guys, he's very talented, and I have to say, you know, and recognize that, because you really, really are. And when my husband watches our shows and he sees like the conversations and the things that you do when you're that, you know, that interviewer, he actually says, man, Jared's really good, you know, and so I hope a lot of you change your mind about him, because
yes, please. Really there's a phone number down below. Call it today. Help me out.
Yeah, no, but, you know, we encourage anyone, you know, whatever profession you are, you know, we're not better than anyone. You know, we're still human beings, regardless of our, you know, positions and, you know, in our jobs or whatever. You know, if we need help, we need to reach out, because that's what, you know, God made therapists for, you know, to help us out. And therapist,
a good friend, a good guy session, maybe, you know, but good, you know, a good group of guys that you could talk to, or ladies. I mean, it's all about, you know, I'm grateful that I have those friends I could go to and I could call and have a great conversation, and they lead me down the right path and give me the right advice. You know, it's not that I'm skeptical about therapy and stuff. It's just, you know, I always put in my head, I don't have the time. That's why I don't have time because I'm building.
But you should make time.
But yeah, but we should make time. And one of my sessions, a lot of my sessions is, I'm gonna be honest, is church. You know, I go to church and I hear a great message, and and I don't just hear the message, but
Because
I
God is the
apply it.
greatest therapist
There
is.
all the therapy you need is in that Bible.
It
I mean,
is.
if you just, we create the chaos in our lives, and that's the bottom line. You know, we do create the chaos in our lives, you know, by making decisions that we know we shouldn't have made. You know, we create chaos, you know, and all we have to do is just start making right decisions, you know, and as we make right decisions, you'll have the right consequences. And it relieves the stress from us and stuff. And I'm going to try to, maybe during the week or something, we'll post the book that we're reading, because it's a really good book. It talks about a lot of the stuff that we're talking about right now, because you know, mental health is very important, and a lot of it is from our childhood, our upbringing, and it's stuck on us. Because I know a lot of people, even family members, that are still to this day, they will mention the past. They won't let go of that past, and because it's like it's just haunting them.
But that's what therapy is for, is to help you manage, you know, what you think you should be doing. You know, feeling sorry for yourself every day can be very exhausting. You
Yeah.
need to learn to manage, you know, that the world is not against you. You are against the world sometimes, you know. People are not rejecting you. It's you rejecting people. And people have it all twisted up, you know, because sometimes, you know, when you're playing that same record over and over and over and over, it's almost like, what do you expect from people? And then you get mad, you know, and then people get mad because you're not listening or you're not acknowledging their feelings. You know, that's why there's therapy. Therapy will help you deal with those situations, you know, when you're going through it, you know, and help you manage, you know, and see, why do you need to live in pity? You know, it's exhausting and it's damaging to it damages your heart, your
That's
your
why we get sick.
hormones.
That's why we get sick.
Yeah, your hormones,
Yeah.
everything. You know, we need to rise above it. Things happen to all of us. I mean, every human being goes through stuff, you know, and just learning to manage, you know, it's the right thing to do, because you are not better than anyone else. You know, just because you hold a high end position, you're not better than the one that's selling flowers in the corner.
No.
You know, we're all human beings. We all go through stuff in life. Just need to learn to manage. And again, it's very important, you know, too, to have the right people around us, you know, that understand and they don't baby our situations. You know,
Yeah.
they
I was thinking that too. Yeah.
they handle it.
Don't get people
like-
that baby your
yeah,
situation.
They
That you
handle
guys
it
both.
like adults, you know,
Yes.
and you just love that person. You let them know, I'm here for you.
That's not
whenever
true
you need
counseling.
me."
You
No,
guys just
it's
babying the
not.
situation. Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah.
It's not.
No, that's not
Oh,
helping
yeah, or
you.
you're contributing to the pittiness. You
Yeah.
know, which
Oh
is,
yeah.
yeah.
That's not helping the situation
Yeah.
either. Because we have a choice. I know we have to get going. We have a choice. We could wait. We could use our energy, because no matter what, you're going to use your energy. And at the end of the day, you could waste your energy on
What could have.
the could have being the negative, all that, and at the end of the day, be tired of all the negativity, or you could be tired because of all the positive stuff. But it's your choice. On at the end of the day, how do you want to utilize your energy? Because at the end of the day, you're going to use energy, but you have a choice to where you want to use your energy.
Yeah.
You know, and just choose to be happy.
Exactly.
Choose to have fun. Choose to be here at the GWC with Monica.
You know,
Choose.
I would say, you know, just choose life. You know,
Choose life. Yes.
You know, we only have one life to live. You know, how do you really want to live it? Do you want to live it, you know, living in pity because something happened to you? Or do you want to rise above it and, you know, make a difference for someone else? You know, because there's help. There's help everywhere, all around us. There's help. And we just have to find it and find the right help for what we're going through and, you know, and manage.
Yep.
And manage, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it, you know. And that's it, because we don't like. I don't know. I just love life, you know. I just love my life, and
I do too.
you know, and yeah. So if anything, you know, we could be of help. It's, you know, that would be, you know,
Yeah, we hope this episode was encouraging to you guys because, it's not easy for us to even be vulnerable. It's not easy for us to come up here because some people might say, I thought this was a page about business. It is business. And in business, we go through things. And it's mental health month, men's mental health month. So, as men and even as women, because there's a lot of women now in a lot of very powerful positions. And just because, like Monica said earlier, you're in a powerful position doesn't mean you're not going through the pressure to make the right decisions, so, get the help, get the people, and thank you for sticking with us through this because we want to have more episodes like these to where we share about what we're going through as business owners, as being in business, as entrepreneurs, as a woman, as a man, the challenges we go as even business partner challenges. Maybe in the next episode, as what partnerships go through.
Yeah. That's another whole new show.
Yeah, I'll have a PowerPoint presentation, guys. Next time, I'll put a big old PowerPoint presentation of the do's and don'ts of partnership.
Yeah, I just, there's no shame. There's just no shame on anything. And if some of you like don't know where to reach for help or whatever, we're gonna provide a phone number where you guys can call because we actually met someone who does therapy. Like she has an app, and you can just go onto the app and you can ask. You could do it on your phone now, and just have someone to talk to. And maybe that's a way of us contributing.
Step one.
Contributing. And it's Father's Day, people. We want to really say early Happy Father's Day to all the dads.
Yeah, they should be happy soon. Yeah,
all the great dads and.
Give your dad some flowers. That'd be kind of cool. My daughter gave me a flower the other day. Hey, it meant a lot to me.
Hey, that's okay.
She gave me a flower. She goes, hey, Dad. And I'm like, whoa, hey. I put it right on my table and stuff. Because she says, because it's true. Men only receive flowers during one time. Is when they pass. That's the only time they receive
Everybody
flowers.
does.
Well, men.
Oh, yeah. Even men, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The only time men receive flowers is when they pass.
Oh, make sure I get you some.
No, it's okay. I'll give you my list of what I want. I don't want no flowers.
I'll give my husband some flowers too.
Yes, we'll give him some flowers.
You did.
I dare you to. Oh yeah. No, we got him like a plant.
Yeah.
Because my wife asked, do we give him flowers or something? I go, well, just give him a plant, like a plant. So, but hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you guys have any questions or anything, we love to have the feedback. DM us, give us a call, comment, and make sure you guys are tuning in every week. Every week we're here Tuesday, and if you're a business and want more information about sponsoring Let's Connect Now, give us a call, and we'll love to work with you as well. There's a lot of opportunities here, and we're growing.
Yep.
And we're excited.
Yeah,
Yes.
we certainly are. So yeah, thank you to you and to all your energy. All the energy that he brings to the table. That's priceless, people. Priceless.
Hey, it's organic too, because I crash around 3 or 4.
And he doesn't drink energy drinks. I'm serious. He doesn't. I don't know what he takes, but.
Well, on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
Yes, thank you everybody for watching us. Don't forget to watch us on Facebook, YouTube, and on Instagram. Our show premieres every Tuesday evening at 6 p.m.